Hey, this is Trolls from 8Dio, and today we're going to be taking a look at our Adagio Violas Divisi Dynamic Bowings Sordino. As you may remember, all our Adagio libraries comes in both solo, divisi, and ensemble sections. So in this video, I'm only going to be demonstrating our Sordino, our muted string dynamic bowings for our divisi section, which is a chamber section of 3 violas. The dynamic bowing section in this patch is sort of divided into 3 core categories. We've got short ones, we've got more elaborate long ones, and pay close attention to the PF to FP one here. There's a lot of interesting things you can do by alternating those and alternating between these guys and the other ones here. And of course we have our beloved 2 bows as well, which is a double stroke motion up down on the bow, allowing you to do a lot of emotional sculpting with the sound. And emotional sculpting is probably the right word to use for dynamic bowings in general. Of course, in our sustain patch we have all the regular crossfade techniques where you can crossfade between different dynamics. You can crossfade between non-vibrato to vibrato, but the dynamic bowings is really our way of extending the set of emotional expressive strings. And there's a lot of things that happens when they play. If you listen to these patches here, the PF and the FP, you can hear the alternation of vibrato speed. It gets more tense and faster as they go up, and it tends to do the opposite when it goes down. So there's just a lot of things that these dynamic bowings are covering that are hard to mimic with sort of traditional crossfade methods. But let me try to fool around a little bit here with the short notes here, and let's see what we can do with them. And again, I'll try to combine a few ones so you can get a feeling for what it sounds like. And as you can see, I'm trying to combine the different types of dynamics. I think one of the great tricks about dynamic bowings is actually not just to play one of them, but it's sort of to freely and creatively jump around different ones. Here I was just playing with a couple of short ones and then ending on the PF one. But there's a lot of stuff that can be done by combining the different types of dynamic bowings all together. Let me try to do another one, and then let me try to play some of the short ones, but mix them a little more with these more elaborate, longer ones. That you can create some kind of interesting things by combining all these elements together. And in this example, you could see me play around with both the short notes here and the P to F, F to P, and even down to the 2 bows. And there's just, again, there's a lot of different ways to combine these ones to create the precise sculpting you want. And of course, as always, I should mention as well that down here on our pitch bender, you can actually control the length of all these ones using time compression and time stretching. And we highly encourage you to use Contact 5 for that, since it has a superior time stretching algorithm. Let's try to take a closer look and listen at these more elaborate ones. The core idea with the P to F and the F to P and the other ones here is essentially to be able to mimic the double stroke, the 2 bow one. You can do it in different ways, but actually by alternating these different ones, you can almost create the same type of arc, and you can control it in a different way. It's a kind of interesting way of mimicking double strokes on the bow. Let me try here. And I think this example really shows what happens when you start blending the different ones here. You almost get like a Bernard Herrmann kind of quality to it, very sad, but also a lot of clarity in the vibrato and the expression. You can hear the individual players when you, and again, those things, trying to mod wheel those things, it just doesn't yield the same type of results. Of course, we also have our 2 bows here, and again, I was trying to mimic that here. But the 2 bows are interesting because they're really easy to play. You can kind of just play them in almost like pad-like way. Let me try here. again, that's me more or less just playing a single patch. And again, you can combine these in so many different ways that really allows you to create fully realistic results. Again, this is just me playing with the violas, but imagine what happens once you start putting basses, violins, and cellos together as well. I just love these two bows. I think there's just so much that can be done. Let me try another little thing here. Anyway, this is me rambling. It's getting all too sad and sentimental, so let's wrap it up. Thank you for listening.